Get ready to sit back, relax, and unwind with me as we color and talk about create, color, cash flow. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. This space right now is yours. Free from hurry, free from judgment. It's a space to connect inward, to soothe and soften, and to open gently to your ideas, feelings, and possibilities. Today, we're exploring how creativity, intention, and abundance can gently support each other. How our inner shifts around create, color, and cash flow don't have to be forced, perfect, or quick. They just need breath and attention. You're doing fine. And even showing up here with curiosity is more than enough for right now. Let's start with a tiny micro release. Just let yourself notice. Is your jaw asking to soften? If it helps, you can slowly unclench your teeth or even drop the lower jaw slightly. No strain, just a tiny invitation. You might even pause for a breath here, feeling the air arrive like a quiet guest. There you go. Let's begin with create. Creation doesn't require a dramatic breakthrough. It doesn't mean starting a business, launching a project, decorating a space. It can simply mean making something exist that wasn't there before. A breath, a feeling named, a choice made. When we think about creating, let's shrink the size down. Instead of big dreams, we explore little seeds. Ask yourself gently, what have I made recently that felt good? A mood shift, a meal, a boundary, a step forward, maybe even a pause. Let that rise softly to the surface. You don't need to do anything with the answer, just notice it. You're allowed to redefine creation for yourself, anytime. Let's apply something here called the 5% rule. So instead of changing everything, we only look at a 5% shift. If you imagined creating something for yourself in the next few days, what would that 5% version look like? Not a whole script, a sentence, not an entire plan, a first question. See if anything within is stirring, tapping gently, waiting for permission to peek through. And if it feels right, give yourself a soft affirmation. I don't have to finish everything. I can start small and still make progress. If your thoughts try to rush you forward into future worries or comparisons, let's gently try a labeling thoughts technique. It's like lightly naming what's coming up. For example, you can think, planning thought, fear voice, old pattern, and then return to where you are. You don't need to push the thought away. Just give it a little sticky note name and move on. Soft, soft, no force. Let's talk about color. Not the outer color, but the inner kind. The mood shifts, the energy and texture of how we move through the day. To color our experience doesn't mean being cheerful. With mindfulness, color can mean contrast, depth, or curiosity. When we bring noticing to our moments, we start to see the richness. I feel a little rushy in the chest right now. My shoulders are holding something. There's a quiet calm behind the noise. This kind of attention is coloring. It breathes tone into what used to feel flat or blank. A small practice for this is a 5 senses grounding moment. Right where you are, glance inward, not around you, like placing gentle fingertips on your awareness. Notice one thing you're sensing in your mind, one thing you're emotionally touching, one low hum that's been in the background. You don't need to solve, heal, or shift anything. Just name what's present in your internal landscape. You're bringing color to your experience just by noticing. Feel free to whisper inward, I can hold all of this. It's okay for it to be complex. I don't need to make this moment better, just real. Now let's let our thoughts drift for a moment toward cash flow. Oof, yes, I know. That phrase can bring up tension. Please remember, the goal here isn't to fix anything immediately. We're not solving financial spreadsheets or pushing ourselves into hustle. We are, however, gently guiding awareness toward a relationship. Our relationship with receiving, circulating, and choosing in a way that supports us. cash flow can be softened. It doesn't just mean income, it also means support, choices, direction. It can mean noticing where small leaks are draining us unnecessarily, or seeing where we're deeper in scarcity thinking than we realized. But this isn't about shame. Let's bring in the soft affirmations tool again and reframe this. It's okay that I'm still learning how to support myself financially. My worth is not based on how much I've earned. Little shifts matter. I don't need to remake my financial life overnight. Let's try the 2-box tool. Imagine you have 2 boxes in front of you. One is labeled what I can explore. The other, what doesn't belong to me right now. You don't need to assign all your financial thoughts right now, just a few. For example, a bill I can't pay yet might belong in not right now. But canceling one subscription might belong in can explore. Quietly placing these thoughts into their appropriate boxes can help release that buzzing overwhelm. And here's a permission. You are not late. You are not behind. You're simply navigating your journey in real time, and your pace is allowed to be uniquely yours. Let's pause here with a mid-script reset. You might want to gently shift your sitting bones, soften between your brows, or smooth out the breath just a touch. You're doing really well. Right here, even being present is something your nervous system deeply appreciates. Let that sink in. That there's no requirement for a breakthrough, only connection. As we return to our topic, imagine the phrase again: create, color, cash flow. What if that wasn't a pressure assignment, but a rhythm, a spiral? Create something small. Let it shift your mood, your energy, your lens. Then let that new energy subtly shape how you choose, earn, speak about, and receive value. Let's try slowing down the inner voice. Sometimes, especially around money or self-worth, we move into rapid-fire criticism, or should. Gently imagine speaking to yourself as if you were addressing a child or a dear friend. Pauses, kind tone, even some silence. You could say, "Hey, you're okay. You're just learning. You're allowed to trust yourself here." Softer, even softer. Now invite a tone of compassion into this reflection. You've probably picked up thousands of messages about who you have to be, what you're allowed to ask for, and what success means. Most of those were not invitations, they were rules. You don't need every rule, and you can let many of them rest now. Here's a short self-compassion phrase you can whisper or think. It makes sense. I've felt stuck sometimes. I'm showing up just as I am. That counts. Now a mini tool to bring with you. The 3-line self-script. This is a thing you can either repeat out loud or silently the next time you feel scrambled around, creating, expressing, or resourcing yourself financially. Try these 3 lines. I'm allowed to start small. I don't have to be perfect. I can move forward at my pace. You can make your own version of those, of course. Just keep them simple and soft. 3 lines. Honest, gentle. A little permission slip you offer yourself anytime overwhelm buzzes in. Let's now walk together through a closing ritual. 3 steps. Each one will help you ground and reset. Step 1. Name a feeling that feels present now. No need to explain, just softly name. Could be calm, interested, uncertain, hopeful. Just gently notice. Ah, this is what's here. Step 2. Choose one small shift you might try this week. Maybe it's writing down a financial question without solving it. Maybe it's 10 quiet minutes of creative play. You don't even have to commit to doing it. Just gently name it as an option. Step 3. End with a deep, kind gesture inward. This might be a mental thank you to yourself, a breath, or even a simple hand over heart. A cue of completion and care. A way of marking, I showed up for myself today. And now softly, let the word possibility rest in your awareness. Possibility is never all or nothing. It flickers, it invites. It doesn't demand belief, only curiosity. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're becoming. One breath, one shift, one step at a time. Thank you for being here. Word, possibility.